Hello everyone, I'm back with some internet gaming and tech news. Today is not necessarily news per se, but this is an article that I found that I wanted to add a little bit to and talk about. So this one is about microphones. As you can see, I do like my microphones. Hello. I did go to school for audio, and I do have a lot of background in audio as well. So both in the recording sense of music and the recording sense of broadcasting and streaming and those kind of things as well. So I've been a streamer for quite a few years now. I'm not doing it professionally. I don't really make any money doing it, just kind of for fun. But I do have some experience doing it, doing live streams, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. I have a lot of friends that are gamers that have microphones too, and I've seen what kind of works and what doesn't as well too. So that's what this video and article is about. And this is from PC Gamer, and they tend to have a lot of really good stuff. I like a lot of their articles and things that they publish. But this is the best microphone for gaming in 2024 from streaming to podcast mics. These are my top picks. And starting off, we'll just do the overview, and then I'll kind of dive in more specifically for each of them. Yeah, there's a Shure MV6 USB gaming microphone, Razer, Siren Mini, an Audio Technica mic, then some other kind of USB gamer mics that I see. I want to open this one up too because I'm curious to see how much this one is. Okay, 160. All right, so getting into these, starting off with the Shure. This one actually is new. This is very new, I think. I hadn't even seen this one before, so I have zero experience with this one. But just in general, I really love what Shure does. And this seems like a good price point with pretty much what you need for features and such. I typically don't love the USB mics in general, but I understand for price point and for ease of use, simplicity for someone who isn't used to using a microphone, it's a good place to be. And some of them are fine, some of them I do not like. And it really kind of depends on the microphone. I've heard some USB mics that are pretty good, not too bad, and I've heard some that I've really hated, or that are not great, or that are just really old technology. Like, for instance, this HyperX one I see a lot, and I think it's pretty good. I have a few friends who have this, and I've definitely heard it more than once through Discord and other means, and it's a pretty good microphone. It's not too bad, but it's, the same price as this one. Is it better? I don't know. I would really love to do an A/B of these two, but it seems like the Razer has a little bit more features. And there's also something to keep in mind, this condenser part, I don't love. Now, there's nothing here saying, it does say dynamic USB mic for, okay. So that might be better in general. So something to keep in mind with the nature of these kind of gaming microphones and what they're commonly used for, a condenser is not really where you want to be. It can work fine. It's good for clarity, but especially like something that even looks like this Audio Technica, I would be really scared to use this because it would probably pick up a lot of background noise. And that's something that can be very, very, very annoying when gaming or streaming or anything, because you can get fan noise, you can get noise of people just like in your house if someone's just doing something, if you have like another appliance running or something. Even air conditioning sometimes can pick up on these very sensitive condenser microphones. And especially like if you have a desk and you're prone to smacking your desk if you're mad or something, that can happen a lot. That could pick up on any mic that's on the desk, and it will to some extent, but especially on a condenser, it can sound very loud and kind of be obnoxious. So personally, there are some that work. There are some that are fine, that aren't too bad. And you can use things, for instance, in Discord or in OBS, if you're streaming and recording, that you can filter out noise. But you typically want to start with something that's already prone to not having a ton of noise in the background and kind of more closer. And this is what, for instance, I'm going to kind of go into my microphone for a little bit. This is the SM7B, and this is a I guess I don't need to Google it really, but this is a $400 microphone. And I would not recommend this for the average person. It is very overkill. It is very expensive, and it's because it's kind of a legendary microphone that's been around forever, and it's so like sought after, and it's very great build quality. But if I were to go back and do it again, I wouldn't get this microphone. I would probably get this one, which I don't think is mentioned at all in this article. It might be past their price point of what they were doing. And it does exceed the price point of all of these by at least like $100 for most of them. But this microphone, from what I've seen and what I've kind of played around with, it's not far off of this one that I'm using. It's very close to the SM7B. It was kind of designed to be a similar replacement to it. And it is USB too. So I know I normally wouldn't be recommending that, but I'm pretty sure they have a non-USB version of this one too, or you can do it to where it's not USB. Does this one have an output? I think this one does have an XLR output too, which is the typical output you would see on a professional microphone. Yeah, it does. So that's how I would use it. But the fact that it does have USB too is really cool and convenient, and I just like that too. But for people that already have an audio interface like I do, the fact that you can just plug it in is really cool. So it looks like this one is on sale. It is normally $300, which I don't know if I'd get this for $300, but $249, I would probably get that one. But this one I really want to check out too. I'm sure it's really great because I don't think I've had anything come from Shure that I didn't like or was at least good quality. And it is a dynamic USB mic, which you usually do not see. Besides, I guess, this one would also be a dynamic USB mic. But that is pretty cool. And it looks like it does actually have some features like the 3-point, like the tap to mute, and other things too. So I'm curious to see the difference between the HyperX and the new Shure. And I'm curious to see the difference between this MV7 and the other Shure as well. I get enough likes in this video. If I get 100 likes in this video, I will buy both of them and test them out. Give me 100 likes, I'll do it. Quickly, let's kind of wrap this up and check out anything else in this article. Like I said, this Audio-Technica USB one, I mean, it's probably fine. I've heard good things about this one, but it's probably super noisy and picks up a lot of room noise. But in general, I think that's very similar with some of these other ones. They're anything that's like the condenser version. You want to have dynamic versus condenser. I should have mentioned this before, but that's the two main differences of microphones is condenser and dynamic. At least the two main ones. There's other ones too, but condenser has this little capsule that floats in there that is super sensitive, and dynamic has a capsule that's not so sensitive. That also takes a little bit more to kind of activate and be responsive. That's about as much as I'm going to go into it. But the USB condenser ones are kind of like that sometimes. Sometimes they don't have a capsule, I don't think. I don't know much about the electronics and how they're built for the condenser ones, but they still have that super sensitive characteristic that condensers have. And that's great for singing and things like that, I think. But I think for something like gaming or podcasting, you want a mic like this. You want a mic that sounds close up, that's not super sensitive, because if I lean back, when I lean back, you're not able to hear me as well. I think I do have some filters and things on that. You might be able to hear me a little better, but yeah. So best microphone, the one I'm using, but I would probably get this one. It's not even on this list, but the ones on this list, I would probably pick the Shure over any of them. I am still, like I said, curious to see how it actually is. I want to try it out. If I find it at a trade show coming up, I might film a little video with it there because I'm going to a show coming up. So I'll keep an eye out for it. And yeah, if I get 100 likes in this video, I'll do a video on a little comparison between those three that I think are kind of similar. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below what your mic is, what you think is the best gaming microphone, and please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.